Hey guys, RC back. I'm gonna record another video here. As I said, celebrating my birthday. Just kind of taking some time to myself. And we have just swept the Boston Red Sox, the divisional winners in the American League East. And we're facing Baltimore, who took out they're also the wild card team. So they dominated us here in the regular season, however. We are third in runs scored. They are fifth. And we are second in runs against. They are fifth there as well. So on paper, we appear to be better, but they owned us this year. I wanted to come back on this screen because this kind of goes into head-to-head matchups. All right. So Don Baylor hit 545 against us this year with a homer, 7 RBIs. He just dominated. Jack Morris hit 500, but of course he's 1 for 2. Burleson hit 478, but only 1 RBI, so none of the production that Baylor had, or any of their top guys for that matter. Perkins 444 with 2 for 6. So at the upper end here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 guys before their first guy would show up outside of Baylor. But then, we drop all the way off to 269, and they've got a couple more players in there. So at the upper end, we might have the edge. Middle of the order and the bottom of the order, they appear to have the edge. Some of my favorite players here. Baylor had a great time with California, of course, in real life, day-to-day. Uncertain return. Doug DeCinces, he's out for a week, day-to-day. Of course, that may not keep him from playing. Bobby Grich also had some time with the Angels as well. So anyway, we actually saw Brett flash some power with 2 home runs in the opening round of the playoffs. So that was awesome. Back-to-back games with home runs. Now I wanted to come in. All right, Dennis appears to be back to full health. I'm going to go ahead and move that back up to number 1. And I think I'm going to move Morris down to 3. I still have him at closer. All right, so I think that's where I want to be for this. So what do you guys? Are you guys excited that we? I mean, man, here we are. We split that doubleheader on the last day of the season. We make the wild card. We sweep Boston. I don't know how we're going to do against the other wild card team, but and of course you have Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, the 2 division winners on that side, and the 2 wild card winners from this side. So that's actually pretty funny. All right. We're going to finish today. All right. So it's reloaded here. So now it's going to be Mike Torres. Now it still has Guidry going number 2. I don't think that would be right. Will it? Shouldn't be. Well, they've still got Morris on a hot streak. Oh, because Busby. Well, you know what? Yeah. Let's do that. Because he did just pitch. All right, so game 1. We have Mike Torres, 16-8, 2.99 ERA against 18-6 Dennis Dutch Leonard. And yes, I know Dutch is not his real nickname, but that's what I have assigned him in my game. That's all that matters. 10-5, high scoring affair. Bird gets the win. Martinez takes the loss. Otis with a home run. Let's take a look at the box score. Wow, 5 runs on Dennis. Yeah, he's not Dutch when he gives up 5 runs in less than 5 innings. Bird got out of it. Luckily, he held on, and he gets the win by virtue of finishing the 5th inning. Oh, that's that's a silly rule. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Splittorf goes 2 innings of hitless and scoreless ball. Suter gives up 2 hits but scoreless ball as well. Otis his 2nd homer of the playoffs. 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Burleson 2 for 5, 3 for 5, and 2 RBIs for Brett. He's hitting .444 in the playoffs. I tell you what, our top 3 is just killing the ball. 1 for 5, 1 for 3, 1 for 4, 1 for 3. I mean, Milner's hitting .364. I think that trade really paid off this year. I think he really solidified that outfield spot. 0 for 2, but 2 runs scored on 2 walks, so certainly helping out matters, getting some runs to the plate. All right, so it'll be Jack and Wayne Garland. In game 2. And we lose this one 4-2. Garland takes the win. Morris gets hung with the loss. Lee May with a home run for the Orioles. Not a bad game. I mean, 7 innings. It's a quality start. Mingori does well. We just weren't able to put runs across. Combined for a 7-hitter, 2 runs. Home run for May. Brett went hitless. I mean, everybody had 1 hit with the exception of Brett, but you know, we just didn't get the runs across the board. Reggie Jackson was hurt helping a friend move. Back stiffness. Luckily, Oakland is out of the playoffs, and that will not matter any. In fact, Oakland finished 21 games out. All right, so Pittsburgh has won 2 in a row. Let's take a look at their series. 3-1 win in the first game. Ellis beat Don Gullett, who, of course, was 24-8. Al Oliver with a home run, his first of the postseason. And then a 9-4 win. Kent Tekulve gets the win. Willie Stargell hits his first homer of the postseason. He had a really down year. Average was up a little bit, but only 10 homers in 148 games. That's unusual. So they are doing they're dueling it out, but Pittsburgh kind of surprising, I guess. I don't think we play today, so there's the off day. Busby and Palmer. Busby's pitched well this postseason in his game. Palmer, let's see, he is 14-16 on the season with a 3.82 ERA, 15-13 with a 3.5 ERA for Busby. It's going to be a close one, I think. And we win 2-1. Busby beats Palmer. Hrabowski with the save. That's huge. That's a big win for us. 5 hits, 1 run for Busby. 2-0 in the postseason. Hrabowski goes 2. Gives up 1 hit, no runs. Palmer, I mean, you know, I think if you would tell somebody before the game that they could have that line, they would take it. And I tell you what, he shut down our big guys at the top of the order. Only Brett had a hit there. Our damage came from the middle of the order here. Fairley, Lacey, and Milner all with 2 hits. Milner's hitting .389 for the postseason. Lacey and Perkins with RBIs. So Perkins is struggling, hitting .211 after hitting .284 in the regular season. But I tell you what, overall we're cracking the ball pretty well. All right, so we're up 2-1. Cincinnati has evened up that series with a 6-3 win and then a 4-2 win. 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay, so we're just running a day behind them. Okay, I see what it is. Now the big question is, do I go with Guidry or do I go back to Leonard? Leonard did not pitch a lot because remember he got knocked out early and he's on 3 days rest. I think I'm going to go back up to Dennis. I think I have to. I think I have to. And we get the win. We're up 3-1. Cincinnati beat Pittsburgh 5-4 to take the lead. Willie Stargell with a home run. Leonard gets the win. Alexander gets the loss. McRae and Perkins with homers for Kansas City. Baylor with the homer for Baltimore. Dennis with the complete game. He gets hit for 5 runs again, but at least he spreads it out over all 9 innings. 5 runs in 5 innings, and then we get to Grimsley again. We hit him pretty hard his last outing there as well. Perkins with his first homer, McRae his second, Baylor his first homer. Brett 2 for 5 with an RBI, McRae with the big game. Milner 2 for 5, 2 more RBIs. I tell you what, man, that guy's turned into a stud for us. Did he postseason? Yeah, this is his first year for us. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking he may have played last year in the postseason, but I mean, 391? Come on, man. That's right. We got him this year. We traded for him this year. Traded twice within 2.5 months. Remember that? From the Mets to the Pirates and then the Pirates to us. Speaking of, if we do face the Pirates, Fitzmaurice, 2.89 ERA out of the bullpen for the Pirates. That could get interesting. Career whip. Addy Joss, a career whip of below 1. Still alive at 96. Hadn't pitched since 1910, though. Pretty short career. Yep, 2 to 10. 225 hits in 269 innings. And that was like his worst year he ever had. I mean, that's pretty astounding. You wonder how anybody ever scored runs, but I mean, 4 straight 20-win seasons with Cleveland, not bad at all. Tom Seaver, the only modern era guy there. Let's see, Walsh, 1917, Ward, 1894, Mordecai Brown, 1916. How is he not in the Hall of Fame? I guess he just didn't pitch long enough. Boy, you know, his stats say he belongs in the Hall of Fame. How many years did he pitch? 4, 11, 12. All right, so he had 14 years. He's in the Hall of Fame. "17 years. He's in the Hall of Fame. 11 seasons, and then he sat out 2 years and then came back for 12 games. He only had 15 games that year. I wonder if he got hurt and then he retired and then they called him back. I don't know. Three Finger Brown. And then, of course, Seaver, Tom Terrific. He pitched in the 70s, 67 up to 86. So he's actually with the Mets right now, and he went 15-9 this year. Anyway, that was getting off tangent, but I saw some interesting names there, so thought I'd share them. All right, let's go back to our standings. All right, so we got the win here. I think I am going to go with Guidry in this game. I've got a 2-game lead. They've got to win 3 in a row. Not that he can't win it, but I think the pressure is going to be off a little bit, and that gives my top 3 guys a little bit more rest. And we go to the finals. Kansas City heading to the World Series. Very nice. Guidry with the win over Torres. Hrabowski his second save. Fairly with a win, and Ron Guidry wins the series MVP. I don't know how he did that. He only pitched 1 game. Shouldn't Dennis have well, maybe not. He got lit up in that first one. I don't know. That's odd though. You pitch 7 innings and you're player of the game. He did give up no runs. There's not many pitchers that can do that. Say that in this series. Torres 6 hits, 1 run, and Hrabowski did not blow it. How crazy is that? Fairly his second home run of the season. Yeah, and that was it. So 1-0. What a pitcher's duel. So we are going to the World Series. Very nice. All right, let's go check over on that other series. Cincinnati defeated Pittsburgh, so they've come from a 2-0 deficit to win 3 in a row. If this pitcher's matchup holds, Woody Fryman, no decision. 9-11 on the season. 0-0 with a 3.31 ERA. Zachary, no decision with a 3.60 ERA. And Cincinnati comes back to win 4 straight. Dave Parker, even in a losing effort, series MVP. Let's look at the box score because I want to see how Parker did. 432, 3 homers, 7 RBIs. Yeah, nothing to shake a stick at there, huh? Fitzmaurice, there's our guy. 1 inning in relief, but not enough as Fryman got lit up. Huh. So yeah, so we're going to be facing the Big Red Machine in the World Series. So all in all, a really solid year for us. I also believe, let's go to owner. Well, he wanted us to reach the playoffs. We did. He wanted us to upgrade right field. We're currently ranked number 3. Increase attendance to 30,800. We're currently at 24-9 and reach the World Series by 77, and we will do that this year. So hopefully I will have reached all of his goals, and I'll get a contract extension to stick around. Let's check. Yeah, so I mean, we had gotten to 30. We were close to 30 in the beginning of the season, tailed off. And, for being in the thick of the playoff hunt, I mean, we were only 4 games out most of the year. We were really down here close to, around 20,000 during the heart of that pennant drive. That's really disturbing. Yeah, what are you going to do? Now, hopefully, with another series of sellouts, we can boost that, but I don't know if we're going to meet that goal. Total attendance 24-9. Yeah. So not what we had hoped for. Right now with we've got 1.1 million in playoff revenue. So that's jumped us up over 7 million in total revenue. So we're going to be about 2.5 million to the good. And I believe that was one of his. Because he's an economizer. I think he wanted us to reach. Well, it's not one of his goals, but we'll see. Hopefully he's happy. And let me see. I've got 3 years left on my current contract. Okay, so he signed me to I don't know if I got an extension after the first year or whatever. Pat Corral is retired. Teron Johnson, Lou Krause, Tony Oliva. Wow. Minnesota. Orlando Pena. Juan Marichal retired. Bunch of guys released. Paul Blair. All right, well, I'm going to put a cut in here, guys. We've got one more day, so I'm going to autoplay to the next day. And that's going to set us up for the World Series. So we'll come back. We'll kind of walk through what it looks like we're dealing with, and see what we think we might be able to do, and play out the series. So we'll take care of the World Series in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Very excited that we have reached the pinnacle of the season, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.